Hi, my name is Jerika Jones, and my speech is title is Athletes and Activists. A quote from Henry Edwards that states, "Sports were only an area of campus life where athletes could exercise any politic leverage." In 1968, two black athletes, Tommie Smith and John Carlos, won the gold and bronze medal individually now in the 200-meter dash in the Olympic Games that was held in Mexico City. During their award ceremony, both men put their fist up in honor of the Black Power salute. In 1973, Billie Jean King beats Bobby Riggs in a notorious Battle of the Sex tennis match. In 2016, Colin Kaepernick sat during the national anthem, then adapted to take a knee during the national anthem. And just recently, Megan Rapinoe started the same protest like Colin Kaepernick during the Women's Soccer World Series. These 5 athletes are some of many athletes who have made history by using their platform to protest for change in the United States. What were the protests that they were standing for, you might ask? Racism, women equality in sports, and equal pay, and police brutality. And police brutality in the United States towards African American people. Protesting is an expression of bearing witness on the behalf of special causes by words or actions regarding events, politics, and situations. Throughout history, protesting has been one of the positive ways to demand change for a better life for American people. From the Boston Tea Party to the Women's March in 2018. Protesting is what makes and breaks laws throughout the world. Well, not that many areas throughout the world. But, however, protesting has its negative points. Tommie Smith and John Carlos were stripped of their titles 2 days after returning home, and they were suspended from ever participating on the United States Olympic team again by the United States Olympic Committee. Colin Kaepernick lost so many deals from football because of his knee. from him getting booed to his jersey being burned, and even having football teams, NFL football teams, refusing to sign him to their team and called him a traitor. Racism in the United States from 1870 and the 1960s was the hardest times for African American people. Nearly 100 years after ending slavery, there was a widespread of segregation, judgmenting, and subjectory. And relentless violence towards Black people. The Jim Crow laws were set to separate Black people from white people, forever being equal to white people. And with the Jim Crow laws, it allowed a lot of damage to happen to African American people, from lynching and just relentless killing for no reason. John Carlos, and Tommie Smith used their platform in the 1968 Olympic Games to show that no matter what, we cannot be broken. You cannot hold us back. And also to protest that we are all human. We all have one goal in life, and it's to live. During the 1920s, women have gotten really no respect after rights to vote. The ratio of the working female earned 27% than men. And during World War I and II was the biggest era of women who went from never working in their lives to work to replace their husbands, friends, or family in order to help them win the war. They even did the same jobs, some of the same jobs, when the man got back, but still was getting less pay. You would think in 1963, with the Equal Pay Act being passed, that women will start getting the same amount of money as men. As a result, women still earn 74 cents compared to $1 to every male male employee that she works with. That's 26 cents more than the average pay. Billie Jean King wanted people to see that women can play in sports that women can play way better than men or on the same level as men, and they should get paid as that much. Police brutality has been around for some time. It was no different, but it's more severe now than ever. People never understood what was police brutality. Even though we have many examples from the Salem, Alabama march, where black people, African American people, were beaten by officers with sticks, whips, and more. Even tear gassed. And it was nationwide, broad, nationwide, and nobody cared because they didn't see nothing wrong. Now, it's senseless of police brutality because you have innocent people who dies from it. From innocent African American people, best to say, who died from it. One case is where a young man named Michael Brown was unarmed in Ferguson, Michigan. And a white officer on video shot him down. He was applying to everything the officer said, and all of a sudden, the officer shot him. The officer said he had a gun and was going to reach into his pockets, but it was the word of a man who was alive against the word of a young man who was dead. Colin Kaepernick and Megan Rapinoe wants people to understand that many people are dying from the hands of racist, narcissistic, white police officers. And it won't stop until we all open our eyes and see that it's a problem. Many people, still to this day, doesn't see it as a problem. Others have opened their eyes and seen that it was a problem. From racism, people don't see the problem. With women equality, men don't see the problem. And police brutality, people do not see the problem. three of these things have things in common. No one understands unless you're in that shoe. Unless the shoe fits. No one cares until it happens to them. And everyone has the same goal in life, is to live and be successful. With these three things, do you see the problem?